And hello.
I did.
You're beginning with Europe offering help to those affected by Russia's food ban.
That's right. And this move made headlines as a tit-for-tat move since Moscow was responding to Western sanctions over Ukraine. Now, today, the European Commission announced that it was making available $125 million in emergency funding for fruit and vegetable growers hit by the food ban. Lithuania, Poland, Finland, and Denmark each face losses running into the hundreds of millions of euros. Now, fruit and vegetables are one of the EU's biggest agricultural export sectors to Russia. Svetlana Souza is going to tell us all about it and how this new money could help alleviate the situation.
Exceptional measures designed to cushion the impact of Russia's food import ban. The European Commission has pledged 125 million euros to fruit and vegetable growers. They say they're unfairly bearing the brunt of Europe's policies in Ukraine. The emergency steps are set to reduce the overall supply of perishable products.
The whole idea, if you've just got supply and demand, following the Russian restrictions, there's much more supply on the market. This is a measure aimed at reducing the level of supply so that the prices don't drop below or don't drop to crisis levels.
The aid is set to take immediate effect and will last until November. It's destined for growers of carrots, peppers, apples and pears, amongst other products. In 2013, the European Union exported 1.26 billion euros of fruit and 769 million worth of vegetables to Russia, taking the total to just over 2 billion. The new measures are an extension of a deal announced last week by the European Commission to pay peach and nectarine growers for 10% of their crop. Russia's food import ban is set to impact the economies of Lithuania and Poland the hardest. And while the embargo also covers the import of dairy, fish and meat products, those sectors haven't yet been helped. The European Commission says it will continue to monitor market developments and not hesitate to step in and aid other sectors heavily dependent on exports to Russia.
Now, tension in Ukraine has affected exports from the 18-member Eurozone and squashed hopes of an export-led recovery. Now, overall exports fell 0.5% in June compared to May. Demand fell 8% in Turkey, which is suffering an economic slowdown, and 14% in Russia, which has its own economic crisis. And that figure in Russia could be worse, as this data was collected before Moscow imposed that food ban. Well, Russia has said there's been no progress made in reaching a ceasefire in Ukraine, but tension over an aid convoy it sent to the country has been resolved. That news seems to have calmed investors' jitters on Wall Street. U.S. stocks jumped. Earlier in the day, the Nasdaq hit a 13-year high, and the Dow Jones also went up 150 points there. We see the S&P 500 also doing well, trading over 0.75%. Let's take a look now at some company news. We'll begin in China, where regulators are continuing to put pressure on foreign car makers in the world's largest auto market. According to state media, Mercedes-Benz has been found guilty of price fixing. So far, no penalty has been announced, but last week, local media reported that Audi could be fined about $40 million for a similar issue. Chinese authorities say they're cracking down on anti-competition practices, but the European Chamber of Commerce in China says European companies are being unfairly targeted. It's a takeover battle between budget stores in the United States. Dollar General has made an offer worth $9.7 billion to buy Family Dollar. The merger would create a group with 20,000 stores in 46 states. Dollar General's bid tops the $8.5 billion offer made last month by Dollar Tree. These so-called dollar stores have expanded rapidly during the U.S. economic downturn. And Monarch Airlines is reportedly planning to cut its workforce by as much as 30%. That means 1,000 people would lose their jobs. Management is conducting a strategic review on how to cut costs, including the possibility of ending long-haul flights. The British company is repositioning itself as a low-cost carrier that would compete with Ryanair and EasyJet. Time now for one last story, and this is all about getting a good deal in real estate. If you're looking to buy your first home, or maybe you're fortunate and it's your second or third, well, you should look to Italy if you want to find a bargain. A Sicilian village is selling dozens of abandoned homes for €1. The town hopes that buyers restore the buildings, which would create jobs and give a boost to the local economy, as well help out its sagging population that's plummeted more than 50% over the past century. Let's listen to one of those people there in the village selling the homes.
We're up to 80 houses today, counting those we gave away for €1 and the others we sold at low prices. Some people came here to look at the €1 houses and ended up finding other very cheap houses on sale. Lots of Australians, Americans, English people, Swedes.
A lot cheaper than the market here in Paris. What do you think, Jade?
Absolutely. Sounds like a bargain to me. I think we should all move to Sicily.
I'm ready.
All right. Thanks very much for that look at the business news, Will Hildebrand. Time now to find out what's got people clicking, sharing and liking online with web news.